Hello, welcome to Acoustic Paradiso.
On Andertons TV, my name is Pete.
My name is Mick.
And today we're going to compare some more guitars for you. And I'm quite excited about this because this is something you don't really see every day. That's why I'm doing this with my little fingers. So, we've actually got some Brazilian Rosewood in the house. Hello!
There she is.
And now, of course, it is certified and all of this thing, so it's completely kosher.
Yeah, okay, so just a 2-minute history lesson on, actually a 20-second history lesson on Brazilian Rosewood. Brazilian Rosewood was what acoustic guitar backs and sides were made out of back in the day, up until it became scarce, so it became difficult to use. It then became so scarce that it went on the CITES protected list on Appendix 1, which
around
means...
69. Yes.
Yes, well, there have been varying stages of it being more and more endangered to the point where it became virtually unusable. However, if you have the correct certification and you jump through hoops and you do all the rest of it, it can still be used, it can still be sold and still be exported as long as you do all the correct paperwork, which the vast majority of guitar manufacturers went, that's a lot of hassle. Very difficult to import around the world. There have been all sorts of horror stories of people having their guitars impounded and blah blah blah.
And it's destroyed literally, you know. I mean, you have to have passports for your guitar now. Believe it or not, actually.
Yeah.
You've got an old guitar, Fender guitar with a fingerboard, which is Brazilian Rosewood. You have to have a passport, so otherwise they'll take it away and they will destroy it.
I haven't heard of any being destroyed.
Well, that's what I've heard. Scare stories.
Yeah, they will
take them away.
They will take it away. People have had guitars. Anyway, that's not going to happen with this guitar.
No,
because it has the required papers in order for it to be transported.
Exactly.
No one has gone to the rainforest and cut down any more rosewood either. This is old stock rosewood that's been used completely legally, completely above board, and it
is in Andertons. And you can come and try it out, and that's quite amazing, actually. And the fact is that we wanted to compare because we know that people are liking our comparison videos. So we thought we were going to take an 814 CE standard, the new one, which is this one I have here, and then compare it to the Brazilian Rosewood 814.
Give us a G chord, Pete.
Give it a G chord with a nylon pick.
Right.
1 mil, black one. Yeah. Just do this.
You think that's about right?
I think that's about right, isn't it? Here. Here's another G chord. Here's a C chord. Oh, you're putting a sneaky G in there.
Oh, I'll do that again.
Anyway, that's...
Do this.
Sorry.
Interesting. I mean, I can hear the difference in the guitar straight away. I don't know. I can't wait to hear what comes across on the microphones.
Yeah, we'll leave that up to you out there because we hear, of course, one thing in here. We have got the mics, the guitar mics up with 2 Røde NT5s, and we also plugged them into the expression system, which is Taylor's fairly new one, and so we're gonna blend them up. So these are the guitars as they look. Yeah,
otherwise exactly the same spec. So for those of you who don't know, the 800 series was upgraded last year?
I think it was some
year before.
Maybe the year before. That depends on how if you're watching 3 years from now.
Oh yeah.
It would have been longer ago.
Yes. I think it was either 2014 or 2015. Yeah. Andy Powers came along and was charged with updating the 800 series, which has been Taylor's kind of not highest end guitar, but the kind of high end rosewood and spruce spec.
Yeah.
Now, he changed lots and lots of things, not least the bracing, and certainly in this Grand Auditorium cutaway guitar. You probably can't see inside the sound hole, but if you ever look inside a sound hole, it's got, instead of like straight braces across the back, it's got
Yeah,
they're at
you
an
can.
angle.
I think you can just spot it. I'll try to get a camera in there, see what
Yeah.
we can see. So.
And it's one of the many changes that Andy Powers made to the guitar, including a thinner finish, different cosmetic upgrades, but fundamentally changed the bracing of the guitar specifically towards the back, and revoiced the whole series. So.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely, as a person who have had the old version, this is definitely a step up from that.
Yeah,
I'd say.
And I'm sure that Andertons have done videos before on that. So
yeah, which is great. And it also has this new. Can you explain to me how that works with these? With this
ES2. So the other thing, I'm
very curious. So I just saw it. It's definitely a different thing from
huge upgrade.
Huge upgrade.
So Taylor's expression system, previous ES1, I think they call it. Anyway, the first generation ES system was very different from most guitar pickups in that it had a magnetic transducer actually in the neck joint pretty much, and it had body sensors. So it was taking everything away from the under saddle type arrangement, which is what you get on most acoustic guitars. It sounded pretty good. I have a 714 CE which has it in, and I can make it sound great. However, how can I say this? People weren't used to how to set it up and how to get the EQ, and you'd have to use a balanced cable. And there was a lot of things you had to do to get a good sound out of it that people, perhaps, especially sound engineers, were hearing the guitars going, I don't understand this, I don't know what to do with it, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, fast forward, Taylor redesigned the expression system. Very different system now. So it is back to a bridge type system, and it has a series of contact pickups that instead of going underneath the saddle, sit behind the saddle. So they sense pressure that way rather than that way.
Yeah, you can adjust it, right?
You can adjust the pressure onto the saddle if you get. It's very common for saddle pickups to have, they don't pick up the high strings as much as they do the low strings.
Yeah.
For various reasons, usually because the bottom of the saddle slot isn't filed flat. Anyway, we're veering off the point. The point is, ES2 has a saddle pickup system that goes that way, not that way, and you can adjust the pressure to get the string balance how you like it. Same nice 3 volume,
nice and easy, non-offensive.
Yeah, volume, treble and bass, and if you want less middle, turn the treble and bass up, basically. Yeah. And if you want more mid, turn the treble and bass down.
Basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's an overview of that. Wood scratch plate. Abalone.
Got some, the inlays are different, definitely.
Yeah.
Got ebony fretboards.
Yeah.
I like this new shiny plate up here. I like the binding around the neck here. I can't remember completely if they're the same thing, but it looks
maple. Yeah.
It looks beautiful. Maple bindings. No, it's just.
Yeah, so that was
a really, really good looking guitar.
That's a very quick overview of the 800 series upgrades, which are now, that's relatively old news.
Yeah, and they are upgrading the rest of the, the 5s being upgraded at some point as well. We might do some videos on that one.
Yeah, well they've just done 600, so as is the case with Taylor, constant upgrades, constant blah blah.
Yeah.
Anyway, other than that, these are exactly the same spec guitars. So 814 CE, which means solid Sitka spruce top.
Yep.
Mahogany neck. What I quite like about this mahogany is they don't stain it like a dark colour.
Oh yeah.
And that's what colour mahogany is, by the way.
Yeah. It's got a cutaway.
Yeah, cutaway.
CE cutaway.
Grand auditorium body. The only difference: East Indian rosewood back and sides, Brazilian rosewood back and sides.
Now,
this doesn't carry the amount of upcharge that I thought it would.
No.
I've seen Brazilian rosewood guitars going for,
lots of money
instead of single thousands.
Yeah.
10,000. Certainly 8 or 9,000.
It's not that much, definitely.
And it's a lot less than that.
Look at the descriptions and you can see how much these guitars are. I think we should hear them first with a microphone.
Okay.
Then with the pickup system.
Yeah.
And then with it both. So we try that?
Take it away.
Okay, so I'll do an A minor again because I like that chord. Oh, it's a good sustain there. Keeps going. And I even had to stop it. I'm with the nylon still. I like the nylon pick. We talked about it in previous videos. Picks are very important for what kind of sound it comes out of. You know, you find your personal one probably, but I would use various ones depending on the music. So now I'm using this Dunlop nylon. I prefer it on acoustic guitar. Anyway,
bit thin for me, but for the sake of continuity.
Again, it sings. It's very difficult for me to hear much difference because he's facing that way and you're hearing kind of in front of my guitar. Both songs great.
Yeah, I think
there's not much in it, but we'll let you guys
decide.
Yeah, there is. I can hear some difference in here, but we'll let you guys decide to see what you can in the comments below. What you prefer, you know.
Yeah.
Should we have a little jam? Because I think we need to.
Let's do that.
And just select some different picks. I think I'll go for one of these a little bit harder.
Actually, before we jam, I'm just gonna.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna play 3 picks. I'm gonna play the nylon 1mm. I'm gonna play a Taylor celluloid medium, and I'm gonna play a Dunlop Primetone 1.5, and I'm gonna let you hear how that affects the sound of the guitar.
It's huge difference.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next time you think, what I need is a new acoustic guitar, go and buy a handful of plectrums.
Exactly, go and buy 10 picks instead and then you're sorted, you know. That's great. Oh, also, of course, strings has a lot to do, and we must add that strings on the Taylor, they do these strings especially.
Yes.
From Alexia, which has got a 13 here.
Yeah.
So it's a bit heavier strings.
It's you can look online for the exact string gauges, but it's essentially a hybrid of a 12 and a 13 set.
Is it 52 to...
Yeah, it's kind of 13? More 12 than it is 13, but then there's a half gauge in there as well.
Yeah.
And I remember chatting to Andy Powers, who did all the upgrades, and he's saying, this is what we've done with the string gauges in conjunction with Alexia. Yeah. And I was like, why doesn't everyone do that? That's the perfect string gauge set, because for those of us that like slightly heavier strings, the 12 is just always, it's never got quite enough tension.
Well, see, I like the 12. So,
okay, but...
You see what I mean? It's like, but I think it was also designed with the guitar in mind.
Yeah.
You know, with the tone and everything like that, you know. So, some people prefer, you like 13s.
I like the 13 on the top, and I like a slightly stiffer B string, but all the rest of them, then it starts to get too heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. So that's, but it's kind of interesting because you'll sit there for hours and obsess about what kind of rosewood the guitar's made of, or what kind of Sitka the top's got. Actually,
picks and strings.
Picks and strings is
exactly. You have to, you know, I've gone through a lot of different strings just to find the ones I like, and a lot of different picks.
Yeah.
You know, for electric guitar, for acoustic guitar, for different acoustic guitars, for whatever, and you know, all of those little things makes quite a big difference.
Yeah, so I mean that might all be terribly.
It's
obvious.
also how you attack it, how you can play the guitar, because I could have used the same picks and they'll sound different, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that in mind,
it may sound completely obvious to be saying all of that stuff, but
or it might not be,
Yeah, whatever. Take it or leave it.
Comment. So I think we should do a little a jammy jam. Fantastic! Taylor, 814 CE, 814 CE Brazilian Rosewood.
Indeed.
That was a pleasure playing that guitar.
It was.
Listening to you playing that guitar.
I rather like the tuned down to D sound of this
I like
guitar.
that as well. They do that really well. And it might have something to do with the strings. It might have to do something with the talent of the playing.
Well, some conkers and some gems, no doubt.
Whatever that means.
Yeah,
Great stuff, guys. Well, Acoustic Guitar Paradiso, if you've got any ideas for what we should sort of compare next time, you know, then put it in the comment section below and we'll do our best to try it out. Always look at the website because, you know, it has to be stuff that we do have in store. So we go in and grab it for you. Cool. Well, I was Pete.
I was Mick.
And we'll see you next time on Acoustic Paradiso.
See you then.